Sun Tron, CEO. Let's talk about this guy. Who is he? What is he all about? What are his plans? What's the future of Tron look like? If you don't know, Tron is a top 10, in fact, it's number 10 right now on the coin market cap of cryptocurrencies. It is the fastest transactionable cryptocurrency right now, and it's also one of the cheapest to transact with, which makes it extremely popular among dApp developers for now. But let's talk about the background of Sun. Let's talk about who he is. Let's talk a little bit about his vision for the future. It's incredibly optimistic. This guy is extremely capable. But I got a question for you, and I'll discuss this towards the end. You know, on my channel, one of the things that I like to do is I like to be objective. I upset people sometimes, you can tell by the comments, because, you know, oftentimes my titles can come off extremely positive, or they may be very negative, but my videos tend to always be, for the most part, somewhere down the middle. Or I'll do a positive video, then I'll do one that's kind of presents the negative side, the pros and the cons of sometimes going different videos. But if you subscribe to my channel, you know that I always try to, for my own investment peace of mind, I always try to be as objective as possible. And obviously that's difficult because we all have things that we're biased towards. But let's talk about Justin. By the way, before I get started, I'm primarily extremely positive and pro Sun here on Tron and the Tron network. But I do wonder, is he trolling us a little bit? And I'll explain why towards the end of this video. So first of all, this is Justin. This is the about page on the Tron website. So we expect it to be, you know, of course, glowing. But let's move along a little bit and let's look at a little bit more. I found this article over here on Ethereum World News. Tron founder Sun. This is just the beginning of a fantastic story. This was done in November, so this is obviously pretty recent. Sun has become a crypto celebrity. Some consider him an example to follow, while others merely label him as a charlatan. The truth is that despite what people think, nobody can deny that today Tron, TRX, is one of the cryptocurrencies with more media presence, surpassing even projects with a larger market cap. By the way, stay tuned. I'm going to cover this in another video, and then I'm going to show you why I think it's possible he could be trolling us. But let's just look at what he's got going on right now. This guy is extremely capable. At just 28 years old, Sun has an impressive resume. Can we just say Sun is a cool name? Like, that's almost as cool as Crypto Wealth. You got to agree with that. Founder of Paywu, or Call Me, Ripple's former chief representative. CEO of BitTorrent, CEO of Tron. Additionally, he's in Forbes China Under 30 and prides himself on being the only millennial to graduate from Jack Ma's Hupan University. In an interview for Coin Central, Justin talked about his success in the business world and many factors that had led Tron to become the social phenomenon it is today. Sun had his first contact with the cryptos thanks to an article published by the New York Times. The characteristics of Bitcoin motivated him to dedicate his life to this world. So he started working at Ripple. Shortly afterward, he left the company because he disagreed with its centralized power policies and decided to start his own project. I think this is interesting and it's worth noting, and we'll come back to this. He says, I first came into contact with blockchain when I was studying in the US. I was reading the New York Times when I came across a story about Bitcoin. I was immediately drawn to how decentralized it was, its transparency, and immutable qualities. That's why I started working for Ripple and expanding the Ripple protocol to the greater China region. I wanted to pursue values that I believe are worth fighting for, but it was more difficult than I imagined to do this via an organization based in banking. An autonomous, decentralized community was a better alternative. I then went on to start Tron in 2017 to make my vision a reality. Looking back, I'm happy to say that I've made the right decision. Sun on FUD and Shield. Tron reached its all-time milestones without any significant snag. Let's talk about that. Tron has sparked a lot of controversy in the cryptoverse. The bad image resulting from plagiarism accusations. These were not accusations, by the way. It was absolutely plagiarized. I'm firmly convinced of it. That's my opinion, but I'm convinced of it. There's plenty of evidence to show that. At least the initial white paper. And the fall in prices after John McAfee shilling the project led many to question its credibility. However, Sun faces the skeptics with an irrefutable argument. FUD and shill are commonly used to change the perception investors have around cryptocurrencies to influence the price. Unlike some projects, Tron reached all of its milestones testnet, mainnet, election of the witness nodes, virtual machine launch, without any significant snag. I believe that's a great example that Tron is not only hype, like some people say. I've said it in one of my previous videos. This video is going to go in my playlist on Tron. This guy understands the hype. He understands that it's not bad. Hype is not bad. Shilling is not bad. FUD is not bad. It's all about influencing the perception in the marketplace. It's all marketing. He gets it. This is without question, in my opinion, his greatest strength as a founder, CEO. Justin Sun about Tron's future. Justin Sun is a true believer in the potential of his project, and despite being in an early stage, the massive adoption and the growing number of new participant partnerships show that more and more other important players in the world of finance and technology also rely on his vision. Tron is transforming how the internet works to its core. I believe any application that is built on our network will unlock its power and benefit to the most. I'm excited to see the entertainment industry, but also traditional sectors such as telecom, banking, energy, real estate, and education. See, let me just finish. People say blockchain will take more than 10 years before you can experience it. Our team is working 24/7 to make that happen in much less. I founded the company September 2017. Today, we're about 300 people. This is just the beginning of a fantastic story. So if you're in on Tron, you're in the early stages. This thing's just over a year old. Now, here's the thing. I'm excited to see the entertainment industry. I think this is worth pointing out. The entertainment industry, but also traditional sectors such as telecom, banking, energy, real estate, and education. If you go look at the Tron, one of the things that I personally, I don't know why there's a lag there, but if you go look at Tron and the dApps, one of the things that I've also been critical of on this channel is that so far it's all a bunch of gambling dApps. However, if he follows true on this vision, those of you that are old enough to remember, Amazon started in the book space. It was an online bookstore, the biggest, best online bookstore, period. And that's all they sold for the first little while. And I saw a documentary on Jeff Bezos. Come to find out, his single biggest reason for starting books, he had the vision to be the Amazon they are today. In fact, he has a vision to be far greater than what Amazon is today. But he started with books because he did market research and he saw that books were the easiest entry into a large e-commerce presence, which is what he focused on. It looks like that's what Justin Sun could be doing. And I'm not trying to draw a comparison, or maybe I am, between him and Jeff Bezos, but he understands that the entertainment industry, all of these gaming dApps that are out there, it's a great place to start, and it's an easy place to start to get your foot in the door and to prove that your network can work, which is what he's doing right now. Right now, Tron ranks 11th, change that to 10th, in global market cap with a total capitalization of almost 1.5 billion. Its closest rivals, Monero, has a capitalization of 1.7. Yeah, Tron's bigger than this, but the price is lower now. All right, let's keep going. So, who is Justin Sun? I found this article on Steemit. Yes, the guy on the left is Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba. At the age of 26, Justin Sun was handpicked by Jack Ma himself to study at the Jack Ma Hupan University for entrepreneurs, which has an acceptance rate lower than Princeton. Apart from that, Sun is the CEO of the largest voice live streaming app in China that counts for more than 10 million users. He's the chief representative and advisor at Ripple Labs. Ripple invested heavily in Tron. He appeared in Asia's 30 Under 30. All right, it just talks about him going on to create Tron. And by the way, this is another great article. What is your strategy to push Tron into the CoinMarketCap's top 10? Which, by the way, it's already there. But listen to what he has to say, because he goes on to talk about all the way into 2019. Justin Sun, there are a few steps, but it starts with making our decentralized application ecosystem more robust. We're aiming to complete one of our key milestones in the fourth quarter to combine Tron and BitTorrent and create a unique and outstanding product. We will leverage Tron's blockchain expertise to enhance the decentralized BitTorrent protocol, which has over 100 million active users. The BEPs for both protocols are currently under review for approval, which will further facilitate the merging of Tron and BitTorrent technology. Tron is set to surpass Ethereum on the road to becoming the world's largest decentralized protocol. We will be delivering on these key milestones in the last quarter of this year and the first quarter of 2019. I don't know what he considers the world's largest protocol, but we'll see. I will tell you that I think this right here, this BitTorrent thing with Tron, might be the first, in my opinion, major revolutionary milestone we're going to see outside of speed and cost of transactions, which Tron has already mastered. This is going to be the next big thing to watch, I think, as how they implement and how they facilitate the emergence with BitTorrent and their actual blockchain technology. If they actually use a blockchain technology with BitTorrent and what their plan is there. Our second, let me just talk about this before going any further. One of the arguments with Tron is they basically have just ripped off other technologies. I don't see that as a bad thing. I actually think that's kind of smart in a lot of ways, but at some point they've got to differentiate themselves quite a bit. And if they can do this with the BitTorrent, if they can somehow merge these two technologies, I think it's going to be fascinating, especially if they merge them in a way that the actual cryptocurrency somehow or another directly works with to help secure the BitTorrent network or technology. We'll have to see how that combines, but I think there's a very interesting potential here. As soon as I saw that Tron bought BitTorrent, I thought, that looks interesting. And it kind of goes towards his wheelhouse a little bit with the app that he has already in China. But let's keep going. Our second goal is to expand awareness and recognition of the Tron protocol. Between the fourth quarter of 2018 and the first quarter of 2019, we will continue to position ourselves more solidly in the cryptocurrency market, as well as in more exchanges. This is absolutely happening. Third, we will continue efforts to entertain in the entertainment and gaming industry. We've already seen quite a few outstanding Tron apps like BitGuild being built on or mitigated to the Tron network. In the next 2 quarters, we expect even more developers to flock to Tron. We will boost our overall performance, and this has absolutely happened. Fourth, we are always working hard to optimize the Tron protocol, coming out with one iteration after another aimed at bringing the community the best experience and value possible. If we look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies, many of them are not motivated to continue innovating or improving their product. They represent the older generation of cryptos. Tron, on the other hand, is a young company with cutting-edge technology and much more room for growth. We are confident that Tron will surge in the top 10 in the next 6 months. Well, Tron is in the top 10. We'll see how far up they surge. I think they have a lot of potential. This is simply hype. At this point in time, they have not really been, I mean, I know the Tron haters are going to, hate me for this, but, you can, if you disagree with me, you can put it down in the comments, but they've not been ultra revolutionary yet. I mean, he talked about how if you look at the top 10, many of the companies aren't motivated to continue innovating or improving their product. Well, I think that's absolutely incorrect. They represent an older generation of cryptos, by like a year or two. And the oldest crypto, which is still the king by a mile, is Bitcoin. So age doesn't matter. Tron, on the other hand, is a young company with cutting-edge technology. There's nothing cutting-edge yet. I mean, they copied their they copied a lot of their work and their network and practically everything, their virtual machine and everything, from Ethereum. And at the same time, they're borrowing the delegated nodes or delegated the super representative delegates. They've borrowed that from EOS. But nonetheless, this guy knows how to, he knows hype, he knows how to position himself, he knows how to talk. And he's doing a great job of that. And he's making headway. Don't get me wrong, I'm still bullish on Tron's future because I think this is in a lot of ways, this is the right kind of guy. It doesn't mean that there's things I'm watching, but I still like the direction of this. What was behind your purchase of BitTorrent? Can you tell us more about the long-term strategy involved? This is interesting. I think the main reason behind the acquisition is that both Tron and BitTorrent share the same vision. BitTorrent is a pioneer in peer-to-peer technology, and its achievements were crucial at the height of the era of decentralization. Even as other companies turn to profit-seeking and market control, BitTorrent remains steadfast in its vision of democratizing the internet. Now, here's what's interesting about Tron. If you know Tron's goal, their stated vision is to be decentralized media platform ultimately. Well, isn't that exactly what BitTorrent is? So if they can bring that to Tron and they can merge those two, that's going to be fascinating. Tell us a little bit more about Project Atlas. We understand the goal is to connect BitTorrent's peer-to-peer model to Tron's blockchain. What does this mean for users of both platforms? Project Atlas is an immensely exciting project that will define the future of file sharing. The project is a marriage between BitTorrent's decades of expertise in peer-to-peer network technology and its 100 million monthly active users with Tron's robust blockchain capabilities. Using a set of BitTorrent protocol extensions, a custom token, and an end-client token economy to address existing limitations, the company aims to open up a new borderless economy where users can exchange value for computer resources on a global scale. Since its creation, the BitTorrent protocol had a system of incentives built into its core processes. We are implementing the features of Project Atlas as a set of backward compatible protocol extensions. This means that existing clients will continue to work flawlessly as new clients and features are introduced. Users will be able to keep using their existing versions while earning or spending tokens will not be mandatory, and users will still be able to download and see to and from the new generations of users. So the goal here, by the way, ultimately is to get the old users to want to use the tokens in some way by making something, some service about some serviceable aspect of it better, faster, or something, speed. Or one thing about BitTorrent is people always want to be able to increase speed. So if there's some way that the blockchain technology can help with that and help facilitate that, and at the same time, users being able to create a token economy and the older users wanting to interact with the token economy, that's the ultimate key. If it's just about new users being forced into the token economy, that's a little less exciting. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But he definitely has a vision for something, and I can't wait to see this Project Atlas become more of a reality and see how it turns out. You mentioned that the developers can move their projects to the Tron virtual machine for almost free. Can you specify what almost free means? The Tron virtual machine is fully compatible with Ethereum's virtual machine. Of course it is. They practically ripped it off. Additionally, it costs a fraction of 1 Tron to support smart contracts on the Tron virtual machine and to create Tron accounts. That's absolutely correct. Because the cost is so minuscule, we say almost free. By comparison, creating and supporting contracts on Ethereum and EOS can cost a user more than $10. That's Tron's unique selling proposition right there. That's what makes them amazing. And that's what's I believe, going to propel them up the top 10 cryptocurrencies, in my opinion. We'll just have to wait and see how they fare. Give us 5 reasons why Tron is better than Ethereum. This is going to be interesting. At Tron, we always emphasize the importance of accessibility and our dedication to the community. That's why we made sure to deliver on our goals of being faster and cheaper than Ethereum, providing an easy-to-use and affordable network to our vibrant community of talented developers. Not only that, we made sure to back our strong technical capabilities with a global support system that spans across various platforms, including Telegram, Slack, WeChat, and email, providing personalized and prompt technical support to the community. In the very near future, we'll be moving to Discord to unify communication with specific groups designed for handling specific integrations. In addition, Tron has more flexibility in dApp development because we can adopt existing Ethereum smart contracts and have tools to develop our own Tron dApps. Since I founded Tron in 2017, the company has delivered a series of achievements, including the mainnet launch in May of 2018, network independence in June of 2018, and Tron virtual machine launch in August of 2018. We are one of the fastest developing blockchain projects with a hard-working team that makes delivering results the status quo, which constitutes a large part of our success. The seminal Bitcoin white paper is turning 10 years old in October. Do you think Bitcoin as it stands today is true to Satoshi's original vision? That's right, the Bitcoin white paper was released October 31st, 2008. I do believe Bitcoin has achieved Satoshi's vision. However, I see Tron carrying the torch into the future. In an email conversation dated November 2008, Satoshi noted, for transferable proof of work tokens to have value, they must have monetary value. To have monetary value, they must be transferred within a large network, for example, a file trading network akin to BitTorrent. A decade later, Tron is taking Satoshi's word on BitTorrent's invaluable role in blockchain and making it a reality. We expect to fully deliver this vision in the next 2 quarters and continue to reach new heights. That's going to be interesting. What are the biggest challenges to global crypto innovation? This is the last one, I'll read it. The biggest challenge is achieving mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. The question is, how do we resolve this? Tron has already taken the first step to finding a solution with Project Atlas. The key to mass adoption is to truly have a decentralized application on a very large scale, a step that is also vital to the crypto sector's development. The alliance between Tron and BitTorrent's protocols and expertise is the foundation of a new model of content distribution. For starters, the product will see much faster download speeds, more seeds, no mining, and backward capability. We are adapting the technology to the world we live in today. Mobile, connected, and transparent. We aim to eventually empower all content creators and their communities by eliminating the middleman and enabling content creators to distribute their work directly to users. If this fulfills itself, this will be a game changer, in my opinion, for Tron. No question. No question. We'll just have to wait and see. So I told you earlier, is Tron trolling us? I mean, is Justin Sun trolling us? The reason I say that is because he talks about decentralization, but he gives up decentralization, a lot of decentralization, by using the delegated, the super representatives. And I don't know if someone was truly focused on decentralization, I don't know if you would use that model personally. Yes, it's faster, it's how he's adjusted these speeds. But here's the other thing. That's one thing that I get concerned about. Is decentralization really the goal? Or is it just the fastest way to a profit motive? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his motivations are. I think we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm an investor in Tron, but this is what this is what I'm watching. The other thing is this. Ripple, he talks about leaving Ripple. I don't know if I said it in this article or if it's another article I read. He talked about leaving Ripple because he didn't think the banking industry was the best industry to be able to create decentralization. So the question I have for you is that really the truth? Because Ripple's a huge investor in Tron. Now, take it for what it's worth. Maybe Ripple's investing in Tron because they believe that there's just a chance to earn profit. Or are they investing in Tron so they can have some sort of say-so down the road? Who knows? I think only time is going to ultimately tell if Justin Sun is really about decentralization, or is decentralization and the Tron network, or is him talking about decentralization with the Tron network, is that just the foot in the door to grow Tron to a profitable enterprise, and the ultimate goal is actually some sort of centralization? I don't know. That's just a concern that I have, and I'm not saying that's what he's doing. I think time's going to tell, but I think that you, as an investor, you have to be able to think, what are the potential downfalls of this investment? And, you know, I can't give you investment advice, but those are the things that I think about. With that being said, I am optimistic on Justin Sun. I think this guy is extraordinary. One more thing that's worth noting, he does not have a background in development. Not that that is required, but it's extremely common for cryptocurrency CEOs to have a background in cryptocurrency like development, meaning they have developers by trade or by training and experience. He doesn't have that at all. But the guy's a master marketer for certain. He definitely has some business savvy to him, and he's quite accomplished at a young age. So it's going to be interesting. Does this guy become the next Steve Jobs for the next generation, or the next Bill Gates for the next generation? I don't know. Some Tron investors think so. Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like content like this, please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and take a look at my video series, on my entire playlist on Tron at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.